Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf, and welcome back to Victoria 3. Welcome back to our Mexican Republic in 1880, and welcome back to our almost legendary Benito Juarez, where I'm really happy that we actually brought him in power and that we didn't miss out on him. And he's doing a fantastic job in the inside, but yeah, got a lot of envy from the outside, and the US tried to capitalize on our, let's say, little bit weakened inner political state with the unrest we had, and of course went for California and Nevada. However, they didn't really think that our allies, the Spanish and especially the Brits, wouldn't come to our aid, and they are. We also were arming up our forces, taking us to some balanced problem for the moment while we're mobilized. Let's see how this looks after the war and so forth. And since at the moment I'm suddenly really hopeful, and yeah, it looks pretty good since we are pushing into the US after they had some successful breakthrough. Would be probably too much, but we, fending them off, let's say. But now with the help of ever-increasing British aid, and we are going also in the offensive now, we shall see. It looks like we can turn the tide of the war, and I don't want to talk too much, to be honest, since, I'm quite excited to see the outcome. As a last disclaimer quickly, since it looks like my recording is back on track with a little setting change in OBS, so last time I think you have my final words after missing out on them for 2 sessions, so let's see. I hope this was just a minor technical problem that occurred for like 2-3 episodes, not only of here but also of Strategic Command, so I guess I'm sorry for the, if you're a fan of the completeness. Next time, from now on, everything is back to normal, I guess, apart from that Mexico and the Brits are beating up the Americans, which is interesting to see. The US Americans, of course, since we are Mexican Americans as well. And we're getting lots of manpower, if you want. So from migration recently, everybody heard of this liberal country and its freedoms and its beautiful nature. So people are coming from all over the world, and I'm excited to continue. Okay, guys, let's go. Speed 3, and let's see. Yeah, here in the Battle of Texas, the Brits are failing. I kind of want to see that when it's the first time we are going to the offensive. The enemy's forces are huge, but I'm still feel like we are lacking. They are lacking a little bit artillery, and yeah, in general we have the absolute Navy dominance. Of course, not through the Mexican Navy, but through the British Navy and the Spanish, which is weirdly protect. Maybe they're protecting here our trade routes. Let's have a quick look. Actually, this would be quite smart. Yeah, okay, we are trading a lot of our trade comes probably to Britain. It takes this route. Okay, we're not passing the North American, which makes sense, I assume. Same here, yeah. Okay. This is good that they're securing here the Caribbeans. Since this one isn't this essential, I'm just surprised that the North American. Okay, here they are. What are they doing? Are they raiding? Yeah, they're raiding super hard here. The North American trade with Europe. So let's have a quick look on actually the GDP of the. Oh wow, they are way harder hit here. President Felipe's South Andean and Felipe Salavieri. He made it to the president of the United States. That's insane. And a slaver from Chile or Peru, I don't know. Not insane, but interesting. He's even a historical character. Sorry guys, I don't know this guy. I assume Chilean or Peruvian. Let me know if you have an idea. I probably forget to Google him in the aftermath. Yeah, but it looks like for the enemy, while our GDP isn't really influenced by it, the enemy's trade is breaking down. His fronts are breaking down. Yeah. The question for me now arises: how we're gonna after this? What will be our further? I don't want a constant war situation with the US. There might be the chance that we retake, even if we refrain from some, that we go at some point just to get Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico back for this. I call it the diagonal. Here this diagonal split of the continent. I'd be down for this. Maybe I would even take the rivalry route. I don't know if it would mechanically work, since they would come back probably all the time for their claims. Yeah, we shall see. Because I would love to trade with them in the end. Yeah, this by abolishing slavery would have been a funny thing to do in the end. And here in Utah, wow, Enrique de Cos is pushing the spearhead here deep into the Rocky Mountains, okay? But before we get too stuck here on the front lines, let's have a quick look on the events down here. Infertile grounds. Finding both the Mexican public and supposed political allies unreceptive for these ideas, frustrated Tiburcio Sarmiento del Castillo has decided to retire from the realm of politics, opting instead to spend the rest of his days penning embittered reflection on what could have been. What is he? Wealth voting? Yeah, come on, with this wealth voting we don't know. I will give these bumpskins the truth and how I'm rewarded with defeating silence. And they call Mexico City a city of ideas, of culture. The only evidence of cultivation I found in the cesspool of a city came from the fields outside of it, and even they were cared for poorly. Good riddance to you all, I say, sirs. Good riddance to you all. I mean, come on. You are part of the Intelligentsia and the Liberal Party, but we are running a different course, not this elitist country. We're trying to bring in people and not and let them participate and not have turning back the reforms. So retires, group attraction, exiled. No, this is perfect. Let him peddle his ideas in peace away from Mexico City. He can settle down, think about it, and enjoy the idea of people, of everybody voting. Here we do have insufficient healthcare support. I forgot to mention that, of course, in the meantime, basically, the industrialists have joined in here in this group. We also continued our massive support reform spirit and brought in the landowners. Maybe somebody died over here and he's moderate. They're not that angry anymore. That's good to see. I didn't really pay too much attention here. That's sad. But whatever, I wanted to say we're pushing to basically make our armed forces happier for offense and defense modifier, and also since public health insurance is something we would like to have. Yeah, our war with the Catholic Church continues, but after this should be for a while the last thing that really makes them super angry. I mean, we can also stop this if necessary, but it's happening, and that's why we're having also this event. Alright, it has been brought to the government's attention that we might not have sufficient bureaucrats available for the establishment of a public healthcare system. The world does run on dreams and ideals. We have to face the facts, and we need to sort this now before it becomes a problem when this becomes law. Opening up the healthcare system to the public without being properly prepared could backfire as quickly as it could succeed. Wow, this is massive. Success chance going down. Scrape what we can together. Yeah, we have massive bureaucracy surplus, thank God, so this is going to be quite helpful. For as long as we're doing this, it's not even 5 years, so only for the process, so therefore I'm happy about it. And once again, I'm happy also for the moment of charitable hospitals, but of course in the long term we wanted to make the step forward anyway, so why not now? Yeah, the carnage here continues. They seem to have pushed us back also a little bit here in Texas. Yeah, I feel like with the 1.5 patch, I think it was, where they reformed the war system, it has become, oh no, we pushed in. It has become way nicer to observe and not with the different battles at the same front line. I like it way better than before. It was super absurd sometimes before, and I still don't want any direct control of my units. I'm still a fan of this idea in general. However, these little things here, how their progress works, how they get forward in these single states, and I think this is kind of a percentage, and then these little camps or flags they put out, yeah, I don't know, this doesn't convince me really, to be honest. And I mean, not so much is happening, to be honest, in this. I mean, once again, I like how they depict it. It's kind of pretty. You see all these little figures shuffling through, but there's actually so much rubble here with but as you see, our military goods, it has increased dramatically, as you see here. This comes from our armament program, so I think after the war we're going to after the war we're going to see a drop in our expenses, and maybe we're going to be back at zero. In the meantime, we have a revolution to preserve the charitable hospitals. Even from the intelligentsia, from our, oh no, what am I talking, the industrialists are the conservative party. Well, as we've seen several times, How quickly is this proceeding? 11%. I mean, we shouldn't underestimate it, but we're already in the voting area. So, and we've seen several times once we passed it, it's going to like quickly stop the revolution. So, I'm gonna keep it going. Worst case, if we really don't succeed, we can stop that and go keep the charity hospitals for a bit. Since we're fighting, and I mean, roleplay wise to public, we also see that this war that has cost a couple of lives already. Yeah, actually more British lives than ours. Yeah, it's a little bit sad. What we're doing over here is a little bit. Oh, the Brits are really investing hard, but it is what it is. We saw that there will be casualties, and we want them to be treated nicely and have a good system for that. So it might be the logical reaction to the point that our charity hospital system would be overwhelmed by the sheer amount of wounded or casualties incoming from this very war. So makes sense, and I'm on board. But the question is how long we're gonna keep this war ongoing, to be honest. How big has our army grown in the meantime? Yeah, you know, it's not like the barracks get down and immediately you've got more battalions. They have to start, of course, bringing in the people to train them as soldiers and so forth. So this is a slowly increasing number. But I mean, in combination with the foreign forces that reinforced us or helped us. Wait, why do we only have artillery attacking here? That's weird. I mean, as long as they're doing well, apparently, but where's the infantry? They were in one army. I'm a little bit confused. But again, yeah, it's not always 100% very coherent. But I was just about to say the overall direction is forward, but they pushed us back in Texas again. Let's see. Public address goes Ari. What was meant a routine speech about the merits of public health insurance by Agustin Iturbide has quickly developed into a public relations disaster for the armed forces. Fumbling his way through a series of poorly presented talking points, Agustin de Iturbe's arguments have been viciously and convincingly picked apart by his political opponents. The question on everyone's lips now is merely if this mishap was due to the inherent failings of public health insurance, or can be chalked down to the political incompetence of the armed forces. Yeah, I mean, the armed forces, we don't want them too big, to be honest. So yeah, Agustin de Iturbe must take the blame for the setback. Sounds interesting. Or scrap the current draft and make sure of a rewrite. No, actually, Agustin de Iturbe must take the blame for the setback. We still at 22%, so we shall see. And here we have, for the revolutionary movement, we have vultures upon a carcass. Opportunistic members of landowners have defected to the rural folks' cause. Yeah, carrion crowds pluck from fresh depths no matter the cost. Some, however, sense when a still living beast is about to die. The creature will wait however long it takes for sad meals to die, but better to be the first there with the choicest pick of meat than hoping for scraps. So be it. Yes, I would say so. Or try to coax some back. No, we're gonna... They both don't like us, but we'd rather want the rural folk, I would say, than the landowners, definitely. And with a little bit of luck, this might be enough to make them unimportant, but I'm a little bit surprised nothing happened directly. Maybe it will take the month to recalculate that. In this case, the month is even the year. So we are in the winter, so I guess quite cold actually over here. Nope, it hasn't changed anything. That's a little bit sad. I don't know. Oh, it's bloody stalemate over here, but yeah, we are making... Utah is entirely under control now. Well, it's not our target and at any point. That's that thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I was already dreaming of something else, but this is not good. This is not good. Now, since the Brits stopped, I'm gonna stop my offense as well. I guess now I have to kind of go for a white piece, and here we're getting defeated, yes. Sure, that's not good. I don't know how many troops the Spaniards have in place. They have flotillas, at least quite helpful amount. Oh, but losing the Brits is bitter. I think the only good thing is that we already, like, we are quite close to white peace acceptance for the, yeah, we got defeated over here. Armada de Mexico, but the white peace is actually not so, is inside, let's say. Ah, God, now the Spanish are also going out. I've seen... But this is also something, you know, of course they are not affected by direct war goals, because the Americans didn't pick any for them. But they just drop us after 1 year of... I mean, their commitment, the English especially, brought a lot in. That makes a lot of sense. What are we getting? But yeah, that they just randomly drop immediately... Yeah, the peace and the system, I'm also not 100% happy. For example, it would now make way more sense, I think, if they would cede Utah somehow. If we still have a claim and we occupied it, but we didn't pick it in the beginning, so I don't know. Anyways, anger at the front. Climbing losses at the front have led to murmurs of mutiny spreading among the soldiery. If action isn't taken soon, the situation may become critical. Sir, have you heard the new threatening chant in the barracks? Light out, knife out. Let him have it. It's getting ugly, sir. I fear the front itself no longer believes in success. Yeah, with this kind of flavorful event. Mexican war exhaustion gain. Is this we are losing some? Increases by 10. It's hard for me to interpret this, to be honest. Is it them getting war exhaustion in the States, or are we losing some? We cannot afford to detain any soldiers. Arrest the grumblers and fight on. That was civil war minus 10%. That's, of course, also helpful. The last effect is the same, but this is way worse. I hear we would definitely get this. We must stop and let the men rest. I think this is what we actually need, since we're trying to go for peace. We're not going for the offensive. We turned down all offensive measures. Yeah, that's what we're doing. No offensive for us. Delaying tactics or armament defense. Let's try a bit maybe of... Actually, let's try some delaying. That's also a good idea. Here we are adamant. Yeah, last stand. But yeah, now it's getting tougher and tougher. Let's see if we can negotiate something. Oh god. Oh god. And this already went down. Maybe I should have gone for the other. Oh, yeah. I mean, we could give them just Nevada, right? There's almost no population here. We have, yeah, the couple of gold mines, but we haven't even built them yet. I mean, purely alone, without the Spanish and the English, it's not going to get better, the situation, realistically speaking. Is there any chance that we have to keep on, that we're gonna get a white piece? Guess depending a little bit on our defenses here. Now they're breaking through. At least there. Here, I'm not sure. Have to wait until this battle is over, maybe. Battle of Chihuahua 1. Yeah, the white piece is not in reach. God damn it. I mean, it looked pretty well, and then they were just getting betrayed again. I think it happened with the Russians before. I don't know what it's with the AI. But to be honest, I'm also, for this reason, I'm happy to do this right now. Of course, you could argue this is also abuse of the AI, that they, yeah, sure, now American can steamroll us, or steamroll maybe not, but take everything they wanted. Okay, sad, you can't do like a mix sometimes. That would have been also cool, you know, if this would happen more often. If you can't do a diplomatic negotiated peace or something like this, it won't happen. No war reparations, no taxes, no revoked claim, nothing we were hoping for us, but I would say only Nevada for them. And yeah, then we gotta see for the next time. At least we increased our army a little bit and seem to pose a bigger threat now. Yeah, I'm not gonna abuse it because I feel like it might be let's pretend it was a negotiation piece to some extent. That yeah, it was a negotiation piece. Since they left, the Spaniards, the British left and said, okay, we're not gonna not allow the full destruction of Mexico, or destruction, I mean, it's okay, but we're just gonna give them Nevada. Leaving us with our remaining colony or colony state here in the north with California, which is by far also the most important one, I would say. In these days, also our populations with the Italians here and so forth, it has been growing. So I would really love to keep California. I mean, our battalions have been upgraded. The second one I'm gonna bring actually here. By the way, these guys, other than the Mexico, needs to be here in Yucatan or something. Yeah, but as you see, with the war over, we already have a huge increase here in, or like increase, our deficit is gone since we don't have to spend so much more. And even though we lost our minting in Nevada, which is okay. I think since we initiated this army build up, I'm gonna continue with that. And also in hindsight, I'm going to go also to extend our navy a bit, but yeah, it doesn't have the priority, and there we go. As a side effect still, and with all these losses and so forth, the public health insurance has been put in place. There we go, we can invest more, we have higher, low mortality and so forth, but yeah, it is now for real, in my opinion, time to wait a bit. However, I'm gonna push these up definitely quite quickly. It is absolutely about time, in my opinion, to wait until at least these guys down here, the rural folk, until things, and also the industrialists, things get a little bit better, huh? Chiller. I mean, of course, I would love to bring out here the compulsory primary schools and such things, but at the moment we don't have the political situation for that, nor for any social human right things. So, but in the end here, we are really far already, in my opinion, from what we need. Over here, guaranteed liberties would be lovely. Oh, the industrialists love that. Yeah, I mean, here, I'm gonna wait a bit still. But our National Guard would be... Can we actually get them with this protected speech? I think so, if somebody would like that. This is something where I want to get forward. We don't even have universal suffrage. I thought we do have, but we have census. I didn't know that. Oh. Okay, here we have to push forward also, but only when the industrials are on board. So this is something for the future. Totally ignored it. Oh, we turned it back at some point, right? Yeah, I'm producing this Let's Play ready for a while now, so I don't have every single thing in in my head since a lot happened. Okay, that's so probably... Yeah, this is also something I've got to do, but here, public schools, public health is really good, I think, so we're gonna get just really the best health system so far. Of course, it's also expensive on the long term, but yeah, it will help us a lot to get standard of living up, and by saying this, I just saw our standard of living went down. How come? What? And they want national supremacy. I don't know. What happened down here? Why did it just suddenly drop so hard? Potentially because we lost Nevada? Is this a possibility? Because they probably had a quite high standard of living, yeah, because of the gold and the low population. This might be just a side effect, to be honest. And it just make things more realistic, I don't know. Costa Rica doesn't want to be annexed, nor does El Salvador, but by the way, after the war we have at least here the bug is gone. So we do have a little bit nicer map design, and somebody wants to, yeah, who's this revolution? But they don't have a leader, nor the Catholic Church. That damn, how did they jump up that hard? What? How did this happen? But he wants, he's a Democrat now. Is he new? Jose Maria Diaz? Maybe, yeah, and probably he's just the former head of the... And sometimes I'm clicking things away too fast, sorry guys. Maybe the former head of the Catholic Church was just a more less popular, because he now took them up to 10% even after we abolished all the church systems. That's weird. However, he would like to have the universal suffrage. So Catholic Church would be pacified. Yeah, only the industrialists taken down and the landowners. It would be a fantastic move, actually. The one thing is, once again, I would love to... As we talked before, you know, I would love to give the concessions, but we cannot, or like it's still bugged, because we have the... we do have the consumption tax-based system, so I could basically give the concessions out for free, but yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant to do so. And then with just the landowners being our enemies, we could easily push it through and stop the revolution, probably. Hard decisions. In the meantime, we have a revolution event, the heavy-handedness. Benito Juarez mistook an enemy in the armed forces. After accusing them with false charges, moderates and armed forces defected to the Catholic Church's cause. Oh, maybe that's coming from this event already? Huh. The briefest flash of anger can make an enemy of a friendly face. It can make even the staunchest allies split each other over a misunderstanding. And once it is cast, there is no going back. The bedfellows may not be so accommodating, or should stand down. No, standing down is bad. Let's try this. 5% anyways for the Civil War, yeah. And yeah, I got the one. Damn, I got the wrong answer. Not the wrong one, the one I didn't want to have. Yeah. And we can populate again. In the meantime, we can populate the Central Americas. Let's hit the button and see where we promote European immigration, and we get South Italians to Sonora. More Italians. I think this fits pretty well. They're Catholic. I mean, it doesn't matter for us actually, but should be easier integration. I don't know if it plays a role actually if we have Catholics, if they assimilate faster than with some people that have to be conversed on yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Switched in their religion. Conversed. Yeah. Yeah, this was a tough one, a war, and there was like, it was I feel like this war was an up and down of my emotions, and then we can go back to speed 4 now since the war is over. In between, yay, we're gonna get taxes back, they pay us shit tons of money, and now we're going in a different direction. Our standard of living is decreasing while radicalism is rising. What is happening? Was it a war? Especially down here in Honduras and Nicaragua. Maybe we should... we have a lot of... No, we don't even have a lot of unemployed over here. We do get socialism. A political ideology that encourages common social ownership of the means of production and self-management by workers rather than upper class. The weird thing is we kind of had socialism already, there was already the event journal entry going on, but electricity, yeah, this is something not for now. We theoretically know about it, but now we have the event. It might be actually helpful to push on like a couple of other laws. Well, I just checked also since we have how our investment pool is doing, since we're just building barracks, so it's growing a little bit. It might even be better when we're down here, but okay. When you have a hammer. General Enrique de Cos, noting severe unrest in Nicaragua, has proposing using the army to suppress agitation in the area. While his political allies support him, there's a heavy risk to following this plan. It's simple. We have an army, and there's the enemy. Let me deploy my men and do what is needed, and the enemy shall be vanquished. That's all there is to do. Okay. He was quite a hero right now. Brigadier General, I mean, we can do this actually, it's no problem with that. I don't want to go the risk of even increasing this further. But there will be we will need to take some measures whatsoever to stop this revolution, because I definitely don't want to have this national supremacy revolution. Okay, it's actually good to see, because at first I was already thinking, what the hell is going on, that I can basically, they get angry, then the laws passed, I start a new one, and every single time the revolution stops. But it's good to see that there's a revolution coming from, yeah, with even not against anything, but coming from a deeper desire within this society, apparently. But this one is one national supremacy I cannot accept, since, of course, we just fought so long and so hard for the cultural multiculturalism. Swahili, 160,000, yeah. A lot of people. I mean, the assimilation is growing also, but we'll need some time to, if we ever consider turning back over here. Anyways, guys, interesting episode, long one. We ended the war with the Americans, so yeah, I hope, I kind of feel like there might be again another one, and they will be coming for California at some point, but worst case, this stepwise approach seems to be at least helpful for a little bit. Let me know what you think. There's been a lot going on, and I hope maybe you have good ideas, impressions, and so forth. And of course, if you haven't yet, it would be fantastic if you leave me a like and subscription to support my work and my project, while it costs you nothing. Thank you very much for that. And most importantly, see you next time when we continue with our, hopefully, again, prosperous and happy society that we're gonna push after all these revolutions and wars. I think the baseline work has been done for that, but we shall see. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.